Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, Feb 26, 2025. This is the daily frame coming into New York here, guys, in about 2 minutes or so, just under 2 minutes. There's the NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow daily charts. Down waves, guys. These are impulse waves down, right? Sentiment has shifted. Very bearish here all of a sudden. When we have 4 down days, and 4 down days and 3 very significant cascading down days, that means that we are being driven down now. It's not just reacting, but being driven. And so we theoretically could have a pullback here, rounding, and then drive down for another leg, or this could go to all-time highs. The market can do whatever it wants, but we have an inside day here, undecided so far here in the middle of the candle. Something similar here on the S&P, and an inside day, undecided as well on the Dow. These are the two sisters, guys, NASDAQ, S&P 1-minute charts. You can see we are just below VWAP here, below balance, if you will, coming into the open, but we're not open yet, so it's not really a big deal. This, of course, is my trading grid, guys. There's the daily chart again with that inside day that I mentioned. 1-minute chart on the right-hand side, 30-minute chart in the bottom left, which is this one here, taking a while to load up today for some reason. There's yesterday, guys, that big push down, if you remember, grinding back up ever since through Asia, sideways and sort of down here coming into the pre-market. On the UK session, we are now open in New York and selling off so far here on the open. This is the UK open range. Here's the new New York open range, just opening here. And we'll be closing this candle in the next 30 seconds or so. Driving down and blasting through so far this little zone here. This is not a very important zone, guys, by any stretch of the imagination. This one is significantly more important because of how many times it was tested and the fact that it was from the New York session. We are back in the New York session. Same participants, right? Same players. Here are the two sisters, guys. And the 1-minute open range is done. It looks fairly significant here today. Yep, 47.5 points on the NASDAQ and 9.25, bigger than usual on the S&P as well. So a little bit of a sell-off right out of the gates there, guys, for the first 1 minute. Daily body has flipped bearish now, marginally. Back inside the middle of the open range. Negative moving average configuration coming into the New York session. This might be a no trade morning for me, given the indecision so far of the daily and the fact that we are so extended. Doesn't mean overextended, just extended. This is historically, of late, a fairly big move, actually a very big move. So based on the law of averages and measured moves of prior sell-offs, it's more challenging to contemplate another short here. Doesn't mean we can't do it, but this move is getting long in the tooth by historical measures. Railroad tracks here, guys, for the open. A true balanced battle going on between the bulls and the bears so far. We're only into the 3rd minute here, though, of the session. I definitely want to see prices break out either up or down and then give us some structure from there. I'm not going to jump on an immediate break of the open range. This is not an open range break play. This is a market open play. And that means the bigger picture story is everything. For me. And of course, as long as we're inside of the open range, I have no comments and nothing to do. And breaking above here, guys. Not going to touch this. So far, a rejection wick here on the 30-minute. And back to the top of the open range. Two sisters are doing exactly the same thing. Recoiling, to the open range. Very much aligned here, guys. Nothing for me to do. It's just a marker, guys, doing some measuring here. Always watching the two sisters, pulling back, pulling back. This is not a live order, guys. And deleted. Resolving bearish here, guys. Again, just a marker. Very tricky open here, guys, in my opinion. This is not a live order, guys, not a live order. Just measuring again, 65 points on the stop above the shift. Moving it to the sides, not live. Just putting this back here for now, guys, but it's not live. I just want to get a feel for what this looks like. And to the side. Lots of patience here, guys. Two sisters. This could be the second and final attempt at the VWAP, guys. Buy stop order. Just above. Stop below. Here we go, guys. Buy stop order. Stop below the low of the day, so I'm asking a lot from this one. I'll explain why in a moment. And I'm in, guys. I am in along the NASDAQ. Tricky entry. This has a fairly high chance of being stopped out at a charge because it is so grindy here this morning. Why am I long? Well, inside day, flipped bullish. Zone reversal here, guys, at a reasonable zone, but a rejection wick, which is key after two down candles in the pre-market. Tried to sell off in the pre-market, tried to sell off on the open here as well to continue the cascade down, but was rejected. And then we put in this nice little double bottom, you can even call it a triple micro bottom, refusing to get past and close below the open range. And that's important. An attempt, a failure at VWAP, let me show that to you here, failure at VWAP on both. And then the alignment of these two pushing higher. In fact, S&P is leading the charge higher here. And then driving above. Another very important piece, of course, are the EMAs working themselves out, the battle between the bulls and the bears, the longs and the shorts, the good and evil. And then the 9 crossing above the 21, both EMAs rising and above the open range. Breaking back above, a little shift candle to start, and then breaking into session highs. Not 24-hour highs, but the session highs, New York highs. And again, looking very lackluster here, guys. This could very easily end in a charge here this morning, and I'm fine with that. It's been a very good week so far. It's only Wednesday, and there's lots of trading out there to do. And target 1 has been hit, guys, and so the 1-hour all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profits. And the 2-hour move stop to break even at 1 hour has moved their stop to break even because we hit 1 hour. And now we're going to wait and see if the 1.5 hour and 2 hour all-or-nothing traders can make some money here too. And target 2 has been hit, guys, and so the 1.5 hour all-or-nothing trader has left the game. Been in this trade for a long time. I entered at 9:48 and it's now almost 12 o'clock. And so I moved up to the 2-minute chart here so I could include all the candles. And now it's the waiting game. All right, guys, we're back. It's 1:28 p.m. It's been well over 3.5 hours or so that I've been stuck in this trade, and we're about to get stopped out here, which will mean that two of the models were fully profitable. The third model was break even, and only the 2-hour all or nothing trader took a 1-hour charge here today. And there it is. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Have an amazing afternoon. We'll talk soon.